So there was a study last year that asked over 1,000 runners what they do to prevent running injuries. These runners ranged from 5K runners to marathon runners, and they averaged about 22 kilometers per week in running.
Esse estudo, ele fez uma pesquisa com os corredores.
So most of them had an answer for what do you do to prevent injury, but some didn't. And those who didn't said that they just didn't know what to do.
E alguns deles foram...
Those who did had these answers. So on the right is the percentage of runners that answered what was on the left. So for example, 50% of people felt that stretching was an effective way to prevent running injuries.
E aqui a gente tem...
These, we know from research, don't help prevent injury, but the public thinks that they do.
E todas essas outras...
So if we talk about shoes for a second, 40% of people feel that footwear can help prevent injuries.
Se a gente for falar um pouco aqui em amarelo sobre a utilização de calçados, olha lá, 40%, né, 41% dos indivíduos acredita que os calçados têm uma relação aí com a prevenção de lesão.
So the authors of the study point out that you don't have to translate this, Guilherme, but they say that the running stores aim to make runners believe that wearing a certain type of running shoe can prevent it.
Prevenir lesões.
And then the authors go on to say, it has never been demonstrated that running-related injuries can be prevented by wearing a certain type of shoe or matching a shoe to a foot type. So the way, people with flat feet are supposed to be running in motion control shoes, that type of matching a foot to a shoe has never been shown to reduce injuries. Then we have this last study that I want to look at. They followed 300 runners for 2 years, and they found that all of these things with the way that people run and the way their anatomy is built had no link with who developed injuries.
E esse outro estudo que acompanhou.
She's in the middle of marathon training. And so the result is now she switches to a forefoot strike. She gets an Achilles tendon problem or a metatarsal stress fracture and has to quit training.
Mas o grande problema dela.
So she's already thin, as you saw in the picture. She's trying to lose more weight, but she hasn't had her menstrual cycle in 3 months.
Essa atleta já é uma atleta magra e ela ainda estava tentando perder mais peso ainda e ela não apresentava ciclo menstrual nos últimos 3 meses.
So the better approach, again, just like with the last one, is take a better history.
E a solução para isso é, da mesma maneira como apresentado no caso anterior, é a coleta de uma história melhor.
Explain what relative energy deficiency in sport is.
Explicar o que é essa deficiência relativa aí, da dieta relacionada ao esporte né?
Emphasize the importance of calories and how serious the problem is.
Enfatizar a importância das calorias e mostrar o quão séria é essa questão.
And if you're not very knowledgeable about it, then you should refer out to a nutritionist.
Se você não tiver tanto domínio do tema, é interessante que essa atleta seja, então, encaminhada, né, a um nutricionista.
But at the same time, she could do some low-impact cross-training and return to running, depending on how her symptoms are.
Aqui também, vamos lá.
Great, Kevin. Wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
As you said in the beginning, you should be the only one that's not very related or involved with research, but your presentation was very rich and full of researches. So congratulations. Very impressive.
I don't do the research. I just read it and then give it to everybody else.
Yeah, that's perfect. And